Lebanon to restore UN payment immediately after losing voting rights in General Assembly. Lebanon has lost its right to vote in the 193-member UN General Assembly. CNN. Lebanon vowed to restore its payment to the UN's operating budget on Friday after losing its right to vote in the 193-member UN General Assembly, according to the country's state-owned national news agency. Lebanon is one of 6 countries to lose its right to vote for not meeting minimum contributions, along with Venezuela, South Sudan, Gabon, Dominica, and Equatorial Guinea. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said in a letter on Thursday. In response to the suspension, Lebanon's foreign ministry said on Friday that the payment process will take place immediately, and NNA said the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Immigrants would like to clarify that all the payment stages of the required amount have been completed, the ministry said in a statement, according to NNA. After the necessary contact with each of the Lebanese Prime Minister and the Minister of Finance, it has been confirmed that the final payment process will take place immediately in the manner that preserves the Lebanon's rights in the United Nations. Under Article 19 of the UN Charter, members with areas that equal or exceed the amount of their contributions for the preceding two full years lose their voting right. The General Assembly also has the authority to decide if a failure to pay is due to conditions beyond the control of the member, in which case the country will not lose its voting right. Minimum payment needed to restore voting rights for Lebanon is 183,000 no 1,835,303 dollars, the Secretary General's letter said. For more than 3 years, Lebanon has seen the most devastating multi-pronged crisis in its modern history, as described by the World Bank. In a report on Lebanon, the International Monetary Fund described the situation in the country as the deepest economic crisis since the end of the Civil War. The unfolding financial crisis that started in October 2019 was worsened by the impact of COVID-19 outbreak and the massive port of Beirut explosion in August 2020. Lebanon's banks has locked most depositors out of their savings since the economic crisis, leaving much of the population unable to pay for wages and forcing depositors to hold up banks demanding access to their fund. The Lebanese lira on Thursday hit a new record low of 50,000 to $1, currency exchange dealers told Reuters, marking a loss in value of more than 95% since the country's financial system imploded in 2019. Around two around around 2 million people in Lebanon, including 1.29 million Lebanese residents and 700,000 Syrian refugees, are currently facing food insecurity. The Food and Agriculture Organization, called the FAO, and the World Food Program said in a report on Thursday, stating that the situation is expected to worsen in the coming months. In the midst of the financial crisis, the political deadlock has prevented the parliament from electing a president for the country. On Thursday, it failed to do so if for the 11th consecutive time. Several members of parliament staged a sit-in to pressure other factions to reach a consensus on the vote. We are insisting on the need to elect the president for the republic, and accordingly, we started this sit-in inside the parliament to voice our need to have the president capable of putting the end to the collapse of the country, said Nazat Saliba, a member of parliament who took part in Thursday's sit-in.